prior to implementing enterprise ERP, we had roughly 4 distinct systems that we would use to get the same level of financial transparency. But after our transition to enterprise ERP, we've integrated these into a single platform that improves data transparency for all the departments across the county.
From Tyler Technologies, this is the Tyler Tech Podcast, where we explore the trends, technologies, and people shaping the public sector. I'm your host, Josh Henderson. Thanks for joining us. In this episode, recorded live at Tyler Connect 2025 in San Antonio, we're highlighting a story that will resonate with any public sector leader managing complex financial operations. For many government organizations, outdated systems and disconnected processes create challenges ranging from data inconsistencies to time-consuming manual work. And that was the reality for Albemarle County, Virginia, until they took steps to modernize their approach. I'm thrilled to welcome Dennis Click, Deputy Controller for Albemarle County and a 2025 Tyler Excellence Award winner, to share how the county streamlined financial and procurement operations with enterprise ERP and the meaningful impact they've seen since. There's so much to unpack here, so let's dive right in. Dennis, thanks so much for joining me.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now let's start with what things looked like before. What challenges was the county facing with its previous financial and procurement systems?
Yeah, so prior to implementing enterprise ERP, we had roughly 4 distinct systems that we would use to get the same level of financial transparency. We had a dedicated procurement system, a core financial system, a SQL service reporting server. But after our transition to enterprise ERP, we've integrated these into a single platform that improves data transparency for all the departments across the county.
Very cool. So kind of eliminating some of those silos that existed beforehand.
Breaking down the silos, increasing transparency, and also interoperability between not only departments, but also roles.
Now, once you made the decision, what can you tell me about the implementation journey? Any lessons learned along the way that other agencies might benefit from hearing?
Definitely. Probably what I would say contributed most to the success of our implementation is we looked at it as getting our data ready, not waiting for the implementation to start before we did any cleanup or modernization. So we took about a 1-year path pre-implementation where we went through our customer records, purged any duplicates or inactives for more than 2 years. We did the same for our vendor records, and we did the same for our chart of accounts. And with a little bit of knowledge on how a Tyler ERP chart of accounts looks, we said, hey, we have up to 8 segments utilizable. What should we change about our chart, and how do we get it in a more compliant position? And these actions, they helped us plan for where we wanted to go without bringing strangleholds from our legacy systems in with us that would just weigh us down in a new environment.
Yeah, that's great. Kind of being proactive, it sounds like, too, is a huge part of it.
Well, and being proactive to get ready for a system that lets you be less reactive, it's just getting you in the mindset where you're going to be able to really accomplish your goals in the future. And your people are already feeling that burning passion to get in there and keep things clean and modern, which we found was very helpful as we started to train them on how to keep the system clean so that we have effective month-end closes at Tyler.
That's great. Yeah, and like you've touched on, the results you've seen so far have been quite impressive, from reducing manual entry to improving procurement timelines and reporting, streamlining things along the way. Can you walk us through some of the most meaningful impacts for your team and the county overall? What are some of the things you've heard?
So probably some of the most meaningful impacts are that people have more confidence. There's automatic deduplication of invoices. Invoices go in one at a time, which did concern people at first. But we were able to build custom interfaces to make sure that you're only entering invoice data that's relevant to our processing. And whether you go on vacation, you're out sick, somebody else picks up, they never have to worry about a duplicate invoice. Also, you have less vendor interaction with the new self-service portal, which we're slowly rolling out in waves, because people can log on there. They can see their invoice status. They can get a copy of their purchase order. They can see if a check's been cut or an electronic payment dispatch. And those are all interactions that took very expensive employee time, but are now just part of the system and part of a self-service module.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the Tyler Tech Podcast. Big news, Tyler Connect 2026 is heading to Las Vegas.
Join us April 7th through April 10th at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas for an unforgettable week of learning, collaboration, and connection.
Connect unites public sector professionals to explore new Tyler solutions and to spark ideas that strengthen and empower communities.
And now's your chance to save $250 with early bird pricing.
Don't wait to lock in your spot at this year's premier public sector conference.
Visit tylertech.com/connect to register today or click the link in our show notes.
We'll see you at Tyler Connect 2026, where we empower, collaborate, and imagine what's possible for the public sector in Vegas.
Now let's get back to the Tyler Tech Podcast.
Now, one thing we hear about a lot too is workforce efficiency, the need for workforce efficiency, kind of losing some of the workforce as well contributes to some of the needs for that efficiency. And one thing that really stands out is how reducing manual tasks freed up staff for higher value work as well. How has this changed the day-to-day experience for your team, and how does it impact your ability to serve the community?
So we are currently embarking on a project to do more financial reporting preparation in-house. We're able to dedicate more staff to our P-card audit program, all because these are people that are not manually entering invoices that were batched in or transmitted across. Now we've been able to decentralize more of that activity out to the departments. They have confidence, Tyler's advanced workflows, and the ability to have the procurement, budget, and accounting products all completely interconnected. It has alleviated a lot of that cross-checking that slowed down individuals in their day-to-day activity.
Excellent. And now reporting is also such a critical function for transparency and decision-making. How has the county improved the ability to create timely, accurate reporting reports?
So one of the biggest things that we've been able to do is we've utilized the centrals. I usually recommend the centrals to people that are managing one or a few departments because they do have record reporting limitations. You might only get 1,000 records back out of a central, but they're accessible and instant for just about anybody with real-time filtering. So we've been recommending those as a primary research tool to our individual departments, which again has lessened their interaction with complex SSRS reports that can be slower to run. It's lessened their outreach for us to manually create documents that give them what they're looking for, whether that being, did a check clear? You see it on your own screen. Does this account reconcile or why doesn't it? They can drill down on the account in a central and see all the transaction activity. If they have a question on a particular transaction, everything is available in Tyler Content Manager. They don't have to have us pull it from a separate document management system. So really, we gain our efficiency through empowering people to be their own agent of research.
Love to hear that. That's great. Now, as you look forward to the county's future, how do you see your digital solutions continuing to support Albemarle and the goals that you're looking to accomplish? Any plans for further optimization or expansion in that regard?
Yeah, so we're very excited about some phase 2 opportunities. Our first phase is really just fully leveraging the tools that we already have.
Okay.
We've been writing a lot of custom reporting, which we keep in a little suite to empower people in ways that we couldn't prior. Like we have a report that we run of unallocated P-card transactions, so we can get metrics and follow up and do additional training with departments. But phase 2 beyond that, we're building out our contract database to provide a more searchable portal for departments so that they can more efficiently utilize services that we've worked hard to negotiate on their behalf.
Really great. And now for other government leaders looking to, modernize or whatever it might be, for those who are listening who might be challenged with outdated systems and manual processes, what advice would you share based on the experience that you've had at the county?
So I'd say that you have to build a use case for why you should modernize your systems. If you come up and say, hey, this puts a lot of work on my payroll accounts, you might not quite get the traction you're hoping for because you may get the answer of, well, they get it done. However, if you can look at ways they'd be able to carry a larger grant load because you now have free time to go pursue these items or maintain compliance, or if you're able to get better budgeting data in. Like Tyler's budget module, it's not just the line items. You have notes. You can make attachments. You can look at things that'll support like priority-based budgeting and help you achieve those higher efficiencies. You can translate that into real-world cost savings or keeping the property tax rates lower. That's where you're going to get tractions where people say, hey, modernization really can benefit us in a dollar and cents perspective.
Sure, a lot of people will love to hear that. I think it's great advice. Dennis, thank you so much for sharing Albemarle County's story. Congratulations again on your Tyler Excellence Award, and we appreciate you taking the time to be on the podcast.
It's been my pleasure, Josh. Thank you so much.
Thank you. As we heard today, Albemarle County's move to Tyler's enterprise ERP has created a stronger, more connected foundation for financial operations, reducing manual processes, improving transparency, and empowering staff with tools that support smarter decision-making. Dennis walked us through how data cleanup, thoughtful planning, and embracing modern workflows allowed the county to streamline procurement, strengthen reporting, and make everyday work more efficient across departments. It's the kind of meaningful progress that contributed to Albemarle County being recognized with a 2025 Tyler Excellence Award. If you'd like to learn more about the solutions discussed today, check out the show notes for additional resources. And we'd love to hear your thoughts. Fill out the listener survey linked in the notes or reach out anytime at podcast@tylertech.com. And be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the show so you never miss an episode. For Tyler Technologies, I'm Josh Henderson. Thanks for listening to the Tyler Tech Podcast.